Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the week of March 28th. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Capricorn, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, I will be back with my original deck of cards in the future, but I felt guided to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for this week. It also just goes better with this wood grain background. So let's go ahead and make sure everything's in view and then we'll get right into it. Do hit the like button and subscribe, really helps my channel grow in a big way. And if you do subscribe, you'll get weekly, monthly, and bonus content from me. All right, so looks good enough to me. So energy here, looks like right now for some of you Capricorns, you have a potential burden or a hurdle to surmount here in the future. And for you to maybe best make that possible, or to maybe best handle that situation, you know, it'll be different for everybody. I can never tell you what to do, as you know. But to perhaps put yourself in the best position to surmount this hurdle, it's going to be important that you achieve some type of balance here. I also am getting this message. This is not going to be for everybody, but this is for some people. There was a quick relationship that started, and as quick as it started, it's ending. Okay, so that's not for everybody, but for some of you, that's certainly coming in. So let's just go ahead and dive into this. So right away in the middle, you have this Temperance card. The Temperance card is all about patience, balance, moderation, right? And this card tells you that potentially there is a period of healing available to you. This is actually a really like a wonderful card. Like it is a healing energy. It has a nice energy about it. And you can see just the nice water here, the still water. You can see that this is actually a healing angel on the card. You can see that they're dipping their toes in the water, which this is a healing pool of water. It's similar to the star. If you've seen the star card, this is similar. It's healing water, okay? And so for some of you here, you also might be dipping your toes in a bunch of different things at this time. Like you can see that this person's balancing. They're mixing and combining elements between the two chalices. But so it can talk about like needing to maybe, your maybe desire to do a bunch of different things, but it can also talk about how through balance, you will achieve something amazing. You can see the mountain in the background. Mountains can represent your sense of accomplishment or your ability to achieve great heights in the tarot. And that can absolutely be available to you. It's also behind this person, indicating this person has, you know, at this point along the hero's journey, this is about halfway through, or actually a little bit over halfway through, this person has achieved some great feats in their life. And it's important that you continue to have balance as you keep moving forward. Now, in the past, you have the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So we see this really calming water energy coming back in here with this Temperance card. And now we have this Ace of Cups here as well. You know, some of you may be doing something to really take care of yourself and nurture yourself, have compassion for yourself, those sorts of things. Maybe, you know, taking a rest day, or even, I don't know why I feel like saying this, but maybe somebody needs to hear this. Maybe taking a rest day, or even doing one of your favorite things. Like maybe you really love to go see a movie by yourself. Like maybe, you know, doing something like that, right? I think for some other of you here though, you know, with this Ace of Cups and this King of Pentacles, some of you started a relationship. This is showing up in the past, right? This is probably your energy here, the King of Pentacles. It doesn't matter what gender you are. You can take on the aspects of any of these cards, take on the qualities of any of these cards. So I do feel like some of you found somebody, and it happened quickly here with this Ace of Cups in the past. If that is not the case, if none of those storylines are resonating with you, the other thing that's coming into my mind is this rest day idea, which is I think some of you are maybe working incredibly hard. This person has a lot of riches, okay? You can see all of the different, like, you can see that they're wearing a cloak that has, or some garb here that has like fruit on it. Fruit represent harvests. And so this person here has like a lot of resources. They have a lot of riches. They are maybe wealthy. And so for some of you, it's like, you may need to also like take a break as well with that Ace of Cups energy and the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles will work very hard for something. Now, in the future, you have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So this is clear. As soon as this relationship started, it's ending for some of you, okay? The Three of Swords can represent heartbreak from a situation. It can represent a severance or separation, a divorce, anything like that. And the Ten of Wands can represent a burden, you carrying the weight of the world on your back. But at the same time, you have experience. Like, for some of you, heartbreak's not an easy thing. It's an extremely hard thing to go through. But at the same time, with this Ten of Wands, listen, you have the experience, the knowledge, and the expertise to be able to, handle to overcome any sort of situation that may be happening with this separation. This could also be work related, but I actually feel like for more of you, this is about like something relating to love. I'm kind of all over the place in this reading, as you can probably tell. This is one of these readings that is not like a straight line. This is not a linear reading. And so if I'm just recapping these first 5 cards, with this Temperance energy and the Ace of Cups, some of you, it's very important that you balance something out in your life. It's very important that you have some sort of healing energy that arrives into your life, and you give yourself the space to allow that healing energy to come in. For others of you, a relationship started quickly. It may be coming to an end in the future. And again, I think some of you are working incredibly hard. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid so I can get some clarifications here. So you have the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles, wow, and wow, the Queen of Swords. Capricorn, I was like, is this going to be another court card? I mean, look at this entire row is court cards. Isn't that interesting? That almost never happens. Almost never happens. Okay. So you also have this King of Pentacles here. It's clear that there are a lot of people are involved right now. There are a lot of different talking heads. There are a lot of different people in your life showing up in this week for whatever reason. It's also like we have 2 kings, 2 queens, right? 2 kings, 2 queens. And so it's like maybe we do have one counterpart here with the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. And again, I think this is just drilling point the home that there may be, drilling home the point, I keep messing that phrase up. Some of you may be just experiencing the end of something between you and another person. I know I keep saying that, but it just keeps coming in. The Queen of Wands is a card of attraction, okay? Queen of Wands is a card of attraction. And so for some of you here, it's almost like as soon as this situation is over, there can be another person that comes into your life. And another interesting point that I want to bring forward here for you, if you're here in this love read, if you're here for these love messages, the Temperance card can bring a soulmate into your life. But in order for that to happen, you need to balance something out. There needs to be balance achieved in your life. And so for you, that may look like being your most authentic self. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is their most authentic self in life. And so it's like when the Queen of Wands tries to be anybody else, it just doesn't work for them. And so I feel like maybe also some of you, it may be like some of you also may want to hear that as well at this time. And so there's something coming in. You have this Knight of Pentacles here, which is the arrival of a financial event. This can say that there is someone coming forward to sort of give you the results of all of your hard work. Or if it's not someone coming forward, you may be realizing the results of all of your hard work. The Ten of Wands is a card of hard work as well. It's definitely one of those energies. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who's independent. That's why I see this separation happening for many of you here. The Queen of Swords might be somebody who's, the Queen of Swords is typically single. They're not always single. They don't have to be single, but they are somebody who is associated with that. And they are somebody who's more kind of interested in independence than anything else, and you have that with this separation card. So let's see what else we have here. The King of Swords, somebody taking authority over their life. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the Eight of Cups. And you have the Seven of Wands. Could be an air sign that's deciding to leave. It's not immediately clear to me if you are leaving or if they are, because up to this point, I thought some of you, like somebody was breaking up with you or somebody was separating from you, but we now have this Eight of Cups here as well, which is you walking away. That is very clearly you walking away, pursuing new timelines, pursuing new horizons, better shores, better horizons, better things in your life. And so, yeah, for some of you, there's going to be a push for you to do that. That is, you know, this card is not anybody else walking away. You are. You do have this Seven of Swords here in the past. You may have learned something about this person that was unsettling. The Seven of Swords can represent deception. It can represent lying, cheating, stealing, but it can also say that you need to come up with a game plan or a strategy. You need to take a clever approach to a problem, or you need to take the backdoor exit around something and come up with a strategy, maybe even come up with a strategy. It depends. I think for more of you, this is now turning into a love reading, but I think for more of you, it's like you may have found something out about another person that you didn't like. Even if they didn't cheat, it just may have been something that was not something that you enjoyed about this person. You also have this Seven of Wands here as well. Seven of Wands is somebody who's standing their ground, drawing a line in the stand, and kind of trying to deal with competition, whatever competition may be present. That all of those things are indicated with the Seven of Wands. And so, look, there's this energy here of you walking away. If you feel like at some point in the future, like resistance towards walking away, the Seven of Wands is saying no. Draw your line in the sand. You feel like walking away, walk away. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, you have the Three of Cups. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so what I really like here is you have 777 energy, Seven of Swords, Wands, and Pentacles. So that, listen, your spirit team is with you. Okay, your spirit guides are with you at this time. The Three of Cups is joy, celebration, happiness. However, it is also your social circle. It is also, when combined with something like the Seven of Swords, a third-party situation potentially. And to add the Three of Swords, it's like adding insult to injury. Three of Cups, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords is a classic 1, 2, 3 combination of a third-party situation. And so it's almost like some of you have found something out about somebody. Again, if this is not love for you and you're still here, which I don't know, if you're still here and this is not love for you, you know, what could have happened is you found something out about a colleague, a friend, or somebody in your circle that just doesn't sit right with you. Like you may have found some poor behavior about this person, or that this person may be engaging in. That could certainly be the case. The Seven of Pentacles here is somebody who's deciding to go into a new direction. Potentially, you can see that they're looking at their harvest and they're asking themselves if they want to continue allowing this to grow or move in a new direction. And so for some of you here, there is absolutely a directional change. Eight of Cups, Seven of Pentacles for sure, but your spirit team is with you as you make this. Let's see what's at the top of the pyramid. And at the top, you have the Eight of Wands, really nice card. Eight of Wands is like accelerated motion, the feeling of being unstuck, the feeling of moving forward. It's a breath of fresh air. It's things going ahead. And it also is it's like communication that comes in quickly. It's typically good news, but this is something that you might find out from somebody from a distance. I get the sense that some of you found out something about somebody from a distance, like maybe on social media or maybe through someone else, maybe through the grapevine. But you found something out about somebody else, and this is like a big situation that shifts things for you. And I do definitely see that coming in. On the bottom, you have this Knight of Wands, another big shift. This could be somebody who is quick to change, go from person to person, like in dating or in relationships. This person may go around and date a bunch of different people, things like that. And so there is definitely that energy. So that's what I have here for you, convoluted message. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.